Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Kimi ga Nozomu Eien. And today we're going to be seeing more about what's going to happen with Takayuki and Haruka, and obviously what's going to happen to her now that she's in the ICU. When I say ICU there, she's in the ICU. It sounds like an organisation, or is that just me? But obviously I'm referring to the intensive care unit. Yeah. Brutality, absolute brutality, and probably the worst thing that could have possibly happened. I do wonder what's going to happen. I really have no idea, if I'm going to be honest, and I wonder, we're probably going to get some news. I hope that this is going to be a good opportunity for us to get to know some of the nurses a bit more, because obviously we've seen the nurses a lot, but we've only seen them in context to the events. We've not really seen much of how they are as people, you know? And we have endings for all of them, so we will get that eventually, but yeah, I just hope we can see some of it soon. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what happens. We've seen the dreams of the past as well, ones with Hayase, and seeing their relationships make up, and ironically seeing them mend their friendship at the tree where lovers confess, and it's a legend that the confession is always answered. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, what's he terrified about? He hasn't done anything bad. I mean, obviously it is scary just to... Okay, he has done something that was very, very clumsy, and they may blame him. I don't think Haruka's parents would, because they understand that he's stressed, and stressed people are bound to make mistakes. Akane, on the other hand, no, there's no way Akane is going to forgive Takayuki. No way. Or at least that's just my opinion. Who are we seeing? Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus, yeah, that's so brutal. Oh my god, I know, you're just totally hopeless, and yet at the same time you're just praying, and you're just seeing if there's, by the off chance, things being different. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, it just feels so surreal. Yeah. Yeah, totally reasonable. I mean, my god. You know something's bad if you see somebody in healthcare, and yet at the same time you see somebody who is in healthcare, and yet at the same time it hurts for them to be in a position that shows that they are in, well, okay, let me just try to explain this. If she was normally in this bed, it would be really bad, but it hurts that she's not in somewhere that would normally be really bad because of the fact that she's somewhere worse. I mean, if anything, this now seems like a luxury, even though it indicates such a bad situation. Okay, I hope I explained what I was meaning to say there a little bit adequately. Fuck. Oh god. I think Akane's thinking the same thing. Oh god, this is either going to go well or horribly. Oh shit, I hope she knows. Oh fuck, this is awkward. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, yeah, no, I can totally see why she would be suspicious. Yeah, she's totally lost her respect, I think. Which was a shame, because I think there could have been a lot of potential for them to be happy together. I thought there was a bit of hostility. Maybe it could imply a blame. She's just sick of everything, I'd assume. It's just one of the cases where life has been treating you horribly and you just want to give up. Yeah.
少しずつ悪くなってるかもしれないって言われました。
Jesus.
私も詳しくはわかりません。でもそういう話でした。
Oh my god, I know, yeah. Yeah, it looks like God isn't listening.
また姉さんにしてあげられることがなくなりました。
I see that. It's just such a hopeless situation that all you can do is believe. Yeah, this is tricky. My god. It's just surprising that it can get any worse, to be honest. You just really need to hope. There's nothing you can do but hope.
また逆戻りです。それよりも悪くなっているかもしれない。
I see what she means, especially considering the fact that she has had a mental shock. Yeah, I don't blame her. It must be very, very hard on her. Oh my god, I know. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
私にも責任はあります。
How so? Wonder what she's done. Or maybe it's like why her father is so sad. Doesn't have the courage to tell Haruka. I know. If anything, I'm actually really happy that she's not fully blaming Takayuki. I think they're too... Okay, I'm sorry, but if Akane was like how she was at the beginning of this chapter, sure, there is no way that she would not be blaming Takayuki for this. But it doesn't look like she is. That's really good, and it seems like maybe they're going to be able to solve this together.
私が花なんか予約しなければ成美さんが無理をすることもなかった。
That is actually reasonable. Then again though, I'm sorry, but it's still Takayuki's fault for pushing himself too hard. But the only thing is, it's just horrible. I mean, these are all acts of kindness. And look at how... well, they have done something that I think somebody with bad intent couldn't even do. They've done the worst thing possible, even though, like I said, they're acts of kindness.
私には成美さんを責める資格なんてないです。
Actually, to be fair, that's not true. He might have gone because of the photo, and also just in general because he wants to know how Haruka is changing, just because of the fact that her memories are gradually recovering. So I think Akane, if Takayuki actually communicated that to Akane, I wonder what she would think. Yeah, I don't blame her. It's good that they were on alright terms, I think. God. Life must be really fucking hard for her. Jesus.
裏目に出たらしょうがありません。でも
Yeah. It's not really an argument, but at the same time, I think Takayuki's just trying to deliberately blame himself. Just, if I'm going to be honest, I feel like Takayuki has got to the point where he's blamed himself so much for everything that happens that he realises that blaming himself will not make Haruka better. You know, a waste of time, for example. It wouldn't, to be fair, but maybe it would make her feel a little better about her situation. I don't know. But at the same time, I mean, it will only make her feel better to a certain extent because, I mean, now she'll think Takayuki is to blame and it could have been prevented. It's not going to fully solve the problem. I know, that's the cruel thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's fully reasonable. Interesting, yeah, but what can they do? Or, continuing with their daily lives, they are the #1 priority. Not Haruka. Sometimes.
できること。
Ah, okay. Yeah. I was thinking maybe try not let it get to them too much. But at the same time, I mean, it's not about them in this situation. Yeah, no, I see that. It's just, it just feels kind of like a deliberate attempt at promoting hopelessness. But at the same time, yeah. Yeah. I see that.
それはそう。
Yeah, that's sweet of him, yeah. Yeah, I know, but my god. Even doing something like this, it must be so difficult. Yeah, he can't just let Akane do as much as she can for her. God, I can't imagine being in a situation like this. Just how hard it must be to do anything, and it must be one of the most difficult times in your life. god. Yeah, that's a really... It's brutal how similar this is to what happened 3 years ago. That's fair. Yeah, I like that, but I don't know, I mean, praying is just basically wishing for something and hoping that it comes true, so I don't know, even though hoping it can come true, hoping something happens is gonna do nothing, but at the same time, if you act on that hope, then maybe it will happen, but that's a bit absurd in situations like these, if you ask me. Yeah. That's why, yeah.
なるみさん。
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you've got to be fucking strong, you really do.
なるみさん。
Oh. What a coincidence. Not what I was expecting, okay. Oh my god. Is this one of the phones where you can hear what's said on the voicemail, or do you actually have to go to an individual menu to access it? Oh. I'm so confused where we are.
Oh, Takaiki!
I think it's nice that he's being able to balance his life more now that Haruka's not here. It's just sad how much Haruka hinges on his life. It really is, but at the same time, it's just kind of, what would he do to have peace go on inside his head? He would do anything. And obviously for Haruka as well. Does Takayuki look after Haruka because of the fact that he loves Haruka? Or is it because of the fact that he just wants to he just wants to appeal to himself and shake off the guilt that he's had for years? But I think it's a bit of both. I think it always is when somebody's genuine. They're doing it to appeal to themselves, but also to appeal to the other person. Because they couldn't accept themselves if they didn't appeal to that, if they didn't appeal and do something that would benefit that person. Time and effort. Yeah, that's reasonable. He took the easy way out. Yeah, okay, I was assuming he bought 2 for himself and Hayase, but at the same time, surely you can just store one for tomorrow in the fridge? Fuck. Didn't mean to do that. Dude, what's bad about running into Shinji? He's your friend. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's reasonable. So he's probably going to see him about something that's quite serious. Yeah, I don't get why he's being so scared, but at the same time I think it's just because he's scared about what he might talk to Takayuki about. And that too, yeah, fair.
聞いたよ、鈴宮のこと。
Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose he's probably just doing what any good friend would do and just say, I'm sorry to hear this.
Semeru na yo. 自分だよ。言わなくても分かってると思うけどさ。でも一応でも言っとかないと。お前のことだから。何にもないから責めるって考えもやめろよ。病院の先生にも言われたんだろ。自分らの代わりに祈っててくれって。
God. She really does know a lot. God damn, he's being properly cold.
おい、本当に頼む。あの頃に戻るのはやめてくれ。
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really good of Shinji. He's just being a friend. He's just looking out for him, and he's just worrying. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I don't really think his advice was that needed because, well, no. Takayuki isn't blaming himself much now. He knows that that's not going to help Haruka whatsoever. But at the same time, he was beforehand, so maybe he would go back to that way of thinking later on. God, he's really, really angry, and he's just not willing to talk to be fair, he's not willing to talk to somebody, and Shinji feels he must hear this. So, yeah, it does kind of make sense that he's mad. He's not really letting Takayuki go whatsoever. This is unbelievable. This has properly affected him, this incident. I mean, it's not surprising that it's affected him, but at the same time, it's just surprising that it's affected him to the extent that he was actually going to kick him in the arse. Realised what I was doing and then stopped.
ごめん。最後まで迷った。言うかどうか。けど、今の反応を見れただけでも、良かったかな。高之にはこの3年間積み重ねてきたものを平気で捨てるようなことはしてほしくないんだ。
He's really nice to say that. I think it's very good of him.
悲しいから責任を感じるからってまた自分の殻に閉じこもってしまうことだけは。
Yeah, and if I'm going to be honest, I feel like Hayase's probably told a lot of what he feels is happening to Takayuki with regards to him just totally prioritizing Haruka over anything else.
一番そばにいてくれる人のことを。くどい言い方はやめよう。早瀬を大切にしてやってほしいんだ。
Yeah, yeah, there we go. My confirmation. If I'm going to be honest, he's not wrong whatsoever, and I actually fully agree with this.
Takayuki.
Yeah.
Wakata. じゃあ見てるよ。しばらく口出すのもやめよう。でも限界だと思ったら言うぞ。
Yeah, yeah, good
そ
one.
ん時殴られたら殴り返すからな。それは今のうちに断っとく。じゃあ。
Yeah, just realize what you are actually saying. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's been so considerate, and obviously it's a really quite hostile atmosphere because Takayuki is very, very pissed off and he's angry and he's got so much on his mind. I suppose it must be quite worrying as well, just the pressure of the fact that the situation is very similar to the one that happened 3 years ago, so there is that possibility of you potentially going back to how everything was 3 years ago, and I suppose just avoiding that, it must be quite stressful. Yeah, that's fair. He is definitely blaming himself. Listen to Shinji, man. But at the same time, if I'm going to be honest, I think it's very reasonable he blames himself for this, but yeah. No, I know, it's hopeless. The fuck am I looking at? Oh. That is the weirdest transition in a visual novel I think I've ever seen, seriously. I see what he means. I mean, it's got a clear indication that it's hit Takayuki, what he said, and it's made an impact. But he's not even listening to anything about Hayase. It's just about himself. And to be fair, that is not how you respond to somebody trying to help you. I mean, just don't second guess me. Don't think that... I mean, there are perfectly realistic things that are happening, but... yeah. Yeah. No, I mean... yeah, I mean, you're just totally... I think it's so brutal that he thinks he just doesn't have the right to see Haruka after everything that he's done and after all of the mistakes he's made. Even though, if anything, I think out of anybody... well, maybe Akane, but... well, no, it's not a competition. But he's definitely one of the people who would have the most right to see Haruka because of how much emotion he has shed over her. Oh! Oh, right, okay. Yeah, we're definitely not looking into the present at the moment. Oh yeah, that's a nightmare. Oh god. I've literally read this dialogue before, by the way, can I just mention? Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. So this is the day before. God. I just find it interesting that the guilt is resurfacing so much that he cannot let go of the past. And isn't it interesting whenever he dreams about the past, he dreams about memories associated with Haruka rather than Hayase? Jesus. Yeah, let's just not tell this guy what's about to happen.
Ah, お兄ちゃんだ。やっほー、お兄ちゃん。うん、美月先輩とプール。今日は遊びに行ったんじゃないよ。先輩にコーチしてもらったんだもん。
That's really quite nice, yeah. Wow. I think the most memorable thing about that last time, well, obviously the weird stories with the flies and everything, but the most memorable story is just part of the story is just when Takayuki describes, he just pervs on everybody, and he describes what he sees with analogies that are car related and vehicle related. It's so fucking cheesy, and he doesn't even realise he's saying it aloud. I mean, what goes through this guy's head? Yeah. I just don't understand. This is something we've already read. Why are they showing us stuff we've already read? I would have thought we'd been shown something
お
different.
兄ちゃんは何してるの？どれどれ？うわー、貧乏くさー。 何すんのよ。
Yours.
あれのこと。そんなの自分のせいじゃん。
Seriously,
勝
yeah.
負を挑んできたのは誰だっけ。
Yeah, you can never be happy. That's hilarious.
それより明日のデート代ちゃんとあるの兄ちゃん。お姉ちゃんすんごい喜んで今日美容院とか行ってるよ。
God.
絵本作家展行こうって言ったのお兄ちゃんなんだって。なんかね、覚えててくれたとか言ってすんごい喜んでたんだからね。
God, and I just think the worst thing about this date that obviously led to destruction is the fact that he didn't even have enough money for doing it. It was going to be, I mean, sure, it was going to be a date where they'd have fun and spend time together, but how good of a date would it actually have been? But then again, I mean, thinking a date just matters. Thinking about dates as something that entirely revolves around money is ridiculous, but well, I mean, they may be able to do less, but at the same time I'm sure they can get by. Let's just hope he has enough money to pay for their entry. That's what I'm just thinking as well.
この間の電話の後、何着ていこうかなんて聞いてくるんだよ。だから明日は髪と服ちゃんと褒めてあげてね。
Jesus. Well, I mean, yeah, sure, you'd be complimenting them if you weren't late. Let's just say that.
楽しいデートじゃなきゃ絶対ダメだよ。
Yeah, this date did not. It wasn't a fun date. In fun dates, people don't have fatal accidents that change them for 3 years and potentially risk them death. Yeah.
それから
God. Seeing Akane be so fun here is it's just so different to what we know.
お兄ちゃんにはその責任があるんだからね。お姉ちゃんとのこと知ってるんだから。だ、こないだうまくごまかしたと思ったんでしょう。ねえねえ、お姉ちゃんのどうだった？どっちから迫ったの？
Oh my god.
かかった時間はどのくらい？
I can't remember. Was it kissing or sex? I
ねえね
forgot.
え、どんな味？あいった何するのよ。
God, she used to be so fun.
ケチいいじゃん。レモンの味だったとかさ、蜂蜜の味とかさ、いろいろ言うじゃない。教えてよ。だから味。
How what tasted?
だからキスの味に決まってるじゃない。
Yeah. Because let's be honest, everybody thought something different.
何言ってんの？他に何があるのさ。
Don't tell her. Does she know?
あ
Akane.exe has stopped working. Oh, there she is. She's back to normal. Oh my god, I forgot she hit him with her bag.
お兄ちゃんなんか不潔。
Dude, he's just a teenager. Here, at least. He's not a teenager anymore, but still.
信じらんない。もう嫌。
Who's more disgusting? Takayuki for thinking that Akane was talking about... thing. Let's be honest, if you don't know what this person was talking about here, you were too young to be watching this. Either that, or is Akane the one who's disgusting for thinking about what Takayuki was thinking of? Who knows?
絶対お姉ちゃんと結婚しなかったら許さないんだから。
God. I just think it's so sad how the meaning of things that are said here, they just really change when you reread it.
明日のデート代貸してあげようかと思ったけどやめた。
Oh.
変なことに使われたら困るから。
Dude, he just made one sexual link to something sexual. Oh my god! And now now Akane is thinking that Takayuki is going to only use money for weird purposes. Just a bit inaccurate.
もう3回も殴った。変なことじゃないよ。私のお姉ちゃんだもん。絶対お姉ちゃんを泣かせたりしないでね。ほら返事、今すぐ返事。321、はい。
Akane was so irritating when she was like this.
本当だよ。
Oh, this is not what we've seen before.
私、お兄ちゃんが
Well, no, actually, we have
お兄ちゃん
seen
じゃ
this
なきゃ
before. No, I remember
嫌
this.
だからね。もう帰る。
Oh my god! It said one line of something affectionate and then boom, that. Akane was, yeah. She always was. Ironic. Yeah. No, but I totally agree. This is when everything was innocent and everything was good. These are the golden days. That's fair. It's actually quite funny when we think about Hayase on the hill, because we think of the past dream, but now it's the time when she was really quite stressed about her boyfriend, and Takayuki totally made her feel better. And then the camera scene as well. Yeah. Unfortunately, perfection doesn't remain, it seems.
Oh, 久しぶり。あの写真できたからさ。
Yeah.
悪い悪い。そんでどうしたらいいかと思って。まあな。だからさ、本当は取りに来てもらえるとありがたいんだよ。
Yep. The fateful day. Shinji has just kind of contributed. If it wasn't for this photo, Haruka's life would not have been ruined. Can I just mention that? Like, I'm being serious when I say that. But at the same time, Takayuki could have potentially still been late to the date. I don't know though. No, I'm sorry. This new Takayuki, who has been made into so much more of a refined person, I don't believe that he would make the mistake of being late to something like this. No way. Yeah. Oh my god, if only he did. Jesus Christ. It's so awful just to think of how many different thoughts that could have been in place, and then just this big catastrophe, it could have been entirely prevented, and how easily it could have been prevented as well. That's the scary thing. If only it was that simple. Oh yeah, they are now. Jesus. Another thing that he couldn't do was resign. God, imagine what Takayuki would have been like if Haruka had never had this accident. My assumption is we're going to see that scenario in the Kimi ga Nozomu Haruka chapter. I don't know though. I hope we do. And Kimi ga Nozomu chapter 1 as well. I wonder how that's going to end. Imagine if 3 years later, if Takayuki wasn't really depressed and his life had gone by in a nice way, he still remembered to call Shinji knee socks. A cosplay loving knee socks maniac. He is studying, he's doing the right thing, and he's actually seeing results for his effort, but he needs to do more. Oh, it's just never something that stops, really. Hell yeah. He's so ambitious. Right, here we go. August the 17th. So it's currently the 22nd of August. What the fuck? Oh, it really looked like the hospital ceiling, so I was confused. Glow in the dark clock hands, that's so cool. Oh my god, yeah. It was everyday life, but extraordinary events like this, they happen when you least expect, like this one did. Yeah. It's totally resurfacing him. His mind is haunting him. It really is, but that's just the guilt. He feels this guilt so strongly that he's just subconsciously thinking about it, if you ask me. Yeah. There are so many things, so many efforts that she's made for this date, and she was expecting the best day ever. And then obviously, you know what happened. It's just cruel. It really is. I mean, for just how much she worked for this, and for how much of her heart she put in, and look at how little she got back. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, everything was perfect. Why did he dream that though? I wonder what he's going to say. God, his apartment looks cool in the dark. Yeah. I've not woken up. I remember I always used to wake up like this time last year whenever I'd have. Nah, actually, maybe. No, I think around like early 2024 and late 2023, I remember I used to wake up at, I don't know, maybe 2, 3, 4 a.m. to finish a part of my visual novel. I always used to do that when I was reading Higurashi. It was so fun. And the console arcs as well. I did that. Yeah. I still do it a bit, but not much. Because I have more responsibilities now. Which fucking sucks, but yeah. Oh shit, what's the story? Shimitsu Doki. That's hilarious that you can tie this. The Japanese witching hour. 2 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. Oh yeah, so what does the kanji look like for that? Where should we look? Let's look at the ground. Actually, let's look here. That'll be fun. Whoops. What does Ushimitsu Doki? I'm assuming Doki might be the kanji for Toki that's seen in Jikan. Why is it cropped? Anyway, this is it. Mitsu Doki. Yeah. 3. It's like the counter for 3. Yeah, that's just that transit. Yeah. I don't know what that kanji means. I've seen it before, I just don't know. Ushimitsu Doki. Right, Ushimitsu. Ushimitsu Doki meaning. Alright, so it's just often used to depict yokai and creepy beings and things that you would not want to see. It's just a little superstition. Oh my fucking god, I said what appeared on the screen before I read it. Yeah, I see what he means. It is coincidental though, exactly 2:30. Oh, Jesus, don't become like this, please. Jesus Christ. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Somebody's gonna get deafened.
欅総合病院の神月と申しますが、
I'm fucking scared. Do you know what's even worse? I've got a BRB for like 20 minutes. Fuck, dude, this is the worst time to BRB on. Oh, what the fuck is gonna happen? I'm sorry, but this could be the worst. This could genuinely be the worst case scenario. Oh, God, I don't know what to expect. I really don't. Right, anyway, before we do the big reveal, let's just, oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, let me just, because obviously I've had a little bit of a break, let me just, get a little bit of context from the backlog. But my God, this was awful seeing, oh God. Yeah, look at how friendly their conversation was compared to the one that he had, just before he went to bed. Fuck. Well, obviously before he went home and then did everything he needed to at home and then went to bed. But anyway, irrelevant. Yeah. Glow in the dark clock hands though, that seems like something that is really, really cool. If I'm going to be honest, I would have a clock in my room, but the thing is, it's just the ticking sound. When I'm studying and I'm doing nothing or if I'm doing nothing, like for example, well, not really doing nothing, but doing something that's not very productive, i.e. like reading manga or just trying to go to sleep in general, the ticking sound of clocks, I cannot listen to them. Seriously, they distract me so much. So yeah, I'd never have a clock myself. But that's cool, glow in the dark clock hands. You never found out exactly, yeah. God, I mean, I just think it's so awful that if I'm going to be honest, I feel like him being asked just to pray because of the fact that what is going to happen to Haruka is so uncertain has really influenced him in a negative way. Just because of the fact that he kind of, oh, I don't know, he just feels like, oh, he just has a tendency to believe in things that are more supernatural now, and it's not a healthy tendency, particularly when we're dealing with bad situations like this. Yeah, what are you thinking? I'm glad he saw sense and didn't go to the hospital, because that would be the definition of ridiculous. Yeah. Oh my god, I just think it's so bad that it's kind of like a premonition in a way. Especially when you realise what has happened with Kozuki. The fact that she is waking Takayuki up to call him. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, I don't know. Yeah, my god, it's insane, yeah. Yep, and he was woken up by the phone ringing as well, which is ironic. Yeah, it's just... I just find it ironic that he's doing something like that. It just shows that... Well, firstly, it just shows the urgency of what he thinks. Is there any chance of him being able to get more information on the Haruka situation? You need to do something like this in order to have the highest chance. It just shows how much he wants it, really. Here we go.
欅総合病院の光月と申しますが、
Keaki.
おはよう、なるみくん。ご家族の方からあなたにも教えてあげてほしいということでね。
This could I... No, I'm sorry. Why the fuck would this be good news? I'm sorry. Isn't that horrible? Yeah. Yeah, it's not his own family because his parents just don't care about him. I feel bad for him for having to live with people like that. I really do.
聞いてる？
Oh, Jesus. Oh, he's probably lost concentration. Yeah.
鈴宮遥さんのことだけど、
Oh, Jesus.
目を覚ましました。
Oh. Oh, thank fuck.
よかったわね。
I was honestly not expecting it. I was really thinking the worst could have happened. That's so good. Yeah. That really is good news. Oh my god. But the only thing is she woke up. What does that even mean? What is she like? Has she accepted everything that's going on 3 years ago? I think he should ask her right now. She was, but at the same time she woke up. Ironic when you think about a miracle.
まだ油断はできないけど、あの様子なら多分。
What?
信じられないって顔してる？
Yep.
あの時に戻ったみたいね。
Yeah. So don't fuck it up. What about her realizing that things are different to how they used to be beforehand, and obviously that 3 years have passed though? I do wonder if anything has changed at all.
それで一度来てほしいの。
Yeah, fair enough.
彼女が会いたがっているわ。
Interesting. I just really wonder how this is going. Is she going to realize what has happened?
君の気持ちはわかるけどね。
Yeah, she doesn't care. She just cares about the fact that it's Takayuki. And if I'm going to be honest, I feel like she's going to see it in the eyes. Maybe readers see it in, i.e., it was a bad mistake, and what happened that was bad does not make it so that, well, it does not lessen the impact of the amount of kindness and dedication and will Takayuki has shown to Haruka. That's what I'd hope she'd think. Or maybe she doesn't even remember it. It could be a possibility.
単刀直入に言いましょう。彼女の気持ちと自分の気持ち、どっちを優先するかっていう選択をしてほしいの。
Unusual?
もらえる？
Isn't it really quite funny just to think about the fact that all of the thoughts that he was thinking, they really can be summed up like this. Oh my god. But that is interesting. Yeah. He obviously cares about Haruka more than himself. Yeah.
いつ来てもらえる？
Oh my god, no, I totally see that.
それじゃ1時に医局で会いましょう。
Jesus Christ. It really is as if he has no other plans. That's hilarious. But, I mean, obviously she knows that Takayuki is going to come and see Haruka, and obviously she needs to tell. She needs to give him a debrief instantly. Oh my god, I really do wonder what's happened. God, the phone goes down. Fucking hell. I know, and yet she is the one who is wanting to see you. Why? Or maybe she's forgotten. I don't know. I see that. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna assume this implies I was the one who forced Haruka and Mitsuki to accept reality. Yeah. i.e. Mitsuki accepting the reality of the fact that Takayuki is always going to care about Haruka more than her, unfortunately, and she's just going to be somebody who is... Well, let's be honest, the only reason... She's just kind of like a replacement for Haruka. I mean, it sounds very, very cruel to say, but at the same time, I mean... Can you actually deny that? I mean, obviously you would never say that she's a replacement for Haruka because that's just plain rude, but sometimes it just really feels like it, especially when we see how instinctively Takayuki is just tending towards her and completely forgetting about Hayase. Oh, fuck. Yeah, fair enough. He is acting as a human, but my god, this takes ownership of his life, it really does. Yeah, she's actually alive. Oh fuck, we're going straight in.
Ohayo.
No way. Jesus Christ. So you're a doctor, there's a client here, and yet at the same time you were yawning to them. I mean, my god, that not only shows how close they are, but let's be honest, they are close, they know each other really well, but also, I mean... it shows how tired she is. She's probably had a very difficult day. I see. Oh, she wants to smoke. Yeah, something stressful she's probably going to talk about now. Dude, you examine people in this room. I'd assume that's why there's a bed just to the bottom left. Wait, can we... Yeah, definitely a bed. But, dude, why would you have cigarettes in the same room? I mean, I suppose if they're not used, it's... Nah, if they're not used, it's fine, but still, it just feels so counterintuitive. I don't know, I'd never do that because I just sweat at the smallest details. Like, I have a smoking addiction, I'm not meant to smoke at work, and yet at the same time I have cigarettes there. What if something goes wrong and you just totally lose control? It just feels like there could be a risk of that happening if you kept cigarettes there. I don't know. Right.
寝ぼけた頭には効くわね。海風もいい気持ちだわ。
Where did we have it before? We had it around here. Yeah, no. Because obviously a lot of people use cigarettes because they feel like tranquilizers. Actually, wait, hang on a second. I don't mean... well, when I say tranquilizers, I don't mean like a technical term or anything. I just mean to say something that makes you feel like you have the sense of peace. And obviously the feeling that you have a release from all of your problems. It's kind of why it's so deadly, to be honest.
さっき電話で言おうかどうか悩んだんだけどね。
Okay. It's gonna be about reality and 3 years ago. All of that stuff, I think.
鈴宮さんのこと、ちょっと厄介なことかもしれない事態になっててね。
Jesus Christ, dude. Why would you... I think it's wrong of her not to tell Takayuki this on the phone. I think he should have been expecting this. But at the same time, I suppose it's nice just considering that he doesn't have to worry. He hasn't had to completely worry sick before getting here, but still. Oh, fuck.
問題ないとは言った覚えがないけど、まあ考え方次第かもしれないわ。
Okay.
冷ましたわよ。詳しいことは今後の検査次第だけど、病室にも戻れたしね。大変だったんだから。
But what's bad? What is the thing that was difficult for her to decide about whether she should tell Takayuki on the phone or not? She cracks her neck as well. Oh my god. I don't crack necks or knuckles or... necks, I really just said that. But yeah, I don't crack my neck or my knuckle or my back. I just don't get how people feel like doing things like that. Yeah, fair enough. God, it's been 2 weeks. Unbelievable. It is unfair for her, it really is. It's so cruel. No, I see that, and it just feels as if she's never going to escape. Yeah.
鈴宮さんね。自分の時間を取り戻したの。
Okay. He reacted exactly the same as I did.
その代わり、
Oh god. Yeah, seriously.
この半月のことを忘れているわ。
The fuck? Okay, I'm sorry, but that was the last thing I was expecting.
どう考えても不自然だったこの半月の記憶がなくなっているの。考え方によっては
That's so
それ
weird.
は確かに正常よね。どうやらそのようなの。
That's so
話
weird.
が噛み合わなくてね。さあ、さすがにそこまでは。でも多分そう考えて間違いじゃないでしょうね。だから彼女がこの3年という時間に気づいたのは彼女が気にして
Oh,
私が教えたからよ。 君
that's
のせいじゃ
unusual.
ない。それがわからないからやっぱ
Yeah,
り
it's really weird how she's just totally
こんなこ
forgotten
とは初めて
everything.
だし。眠っていると思うわ。明け方ようやく眠ったのよ。薬でだけど。ショック受けちゃってね。夕べはもう大変だったのよ。
No, I can totally imagine that, yeah. I do wonder if she was in a state of shock just simply because of the fact that she learned that everything here is 3 years after what has happened. But I found that really interesting, and I wonder what would have happened if Haruka had first woken up, and if she was told that everything, well, the thing is she didn't realise and she thought everything was totally normal. She thought the world she was in was unchanged from when she was in the accident. But yeah, fuck. This is really quite something. Yeah. It's just interesting that it's interesting how she's changed. It really does just feel like Takayuki was saying, if anything, it kind of feels like she's in a time loop and this is the second iteration. It's just everything's a little bit different. It feels like wait. Okay, Higurashi spoilers, like massive spoilers, but it feels like everything is progressing, but at the same time, like, you're going back to the beginning of June 1983, and then it ends, and then you go back to the beginning, but rather than going from start to end, it's kind of like a linear progression. So I don't know, maybe it's kind of like if somebody is looking from outside, just watching you go from start to end of June 1983 like 1,000 times, like Rika did. It's like that, but here, in a way. She's going back to how she was 2 weeks ago. And we are the people looking in the linear progression. I don't know if what I'm making if what I'm saying makes sense to you, but at the same time it does to me, so that's all that really matters. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. And she actually has to comprehend the fact that she has had an accident too. And the luck. The luck she has had that she hasn't died. Yeah. Oh, yeah, good point. And also how thin she was as well, and her hair. Maybe even her voice to a certain extent. I mean, her voice doesn't really sound like it's changed much, but maybe she'd be able to notice something tiny that we haven't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I would have thought that this would be a properly disturbing and challenging time.
まあよくあることなわけはもちろんないけど、どれだけ心配するべきか。
Yeah, that is fair. I mean, I suppose rough nights, especially in a job like this, it's something that you should expect, but at the same time, it's just, obviously, it's not something pleasant to happen, because a rough night implies a lot of problems going on.
This 半月あんな不自然な状態にいた彼女の方が奇妙なのよ。それはわかるでしょ？
Yeah.
目が覚めたら覚えのないところにいた。体の調子も変。見れば体は痩せているし、
Yeah.
髪も伸びている。
And yet at the same time she just feels as if it's totally normal.
気にすることは山のようにあったはずなのに、
Yeah.
気にしない。気にならない。それから比べたら、今の彼女はよほど正常だと思うわ。
It's so weird.
確かに医学的根拠はまだ何もないわ。でもこれで一応の型はついたんじゃないかと思うの。
I just find it really interesting that what has happened in these past 2 weeks, it's as if the Haruka that wants to live in the past, her brain is kind of having two sides. One that wants to live in the past and also the one that is trying to accept the fact that 3 years have passed and the conflictions and the headaches she was getting as a result of that confliction and just the lack of ability to accept it. It just really feels like when Haruka was shown hard proof of the fact that everything had progressed to be 3 years in the future, she just totally shut down. And now it's kind of like, I don't know, she's like a computer and she's rebooted and she's had an update. I'm a fucking nerd, I know it. And if you call me out for it, I will be sad. I analyse things with technology because I don't use enough of that, do I? No, totally not. That is good though, yeah.
「なかなか脳波も安定しないし、血圧も異常だし、意識は戻らないしじゃ、とても良くなってるとは言えないわ。」
I know, this is the worst thing. I mean, she's woken up, but at the same time, there is no indication, and you have barely any idea of just the true extent of how better she is getting, how much better she is getting. Unstable brain motor, that's fucking scary. Jesus. Yeah.
その状態が何日も続けば、体力的な問題もあるし、悪い方向に進む一方でしょ。
I suppose because, let's be honest, human beings, we are made to go outside, do stuff, and have varied lives. We can't be, and obviously socialize as well, we can't be in the same room sitting down for so many days. Of course, not only physically but mentally as well. It must be so tricky. I can see that.
ひょっとしたら彼女の心の中で何かがせめぎ合っていたのかもしれないわね。
I see that, yeah. And if I'm going to be honest, I really wouldn't be surprised. I mean, after she realised everything that was going on with Takayuki, she was properly disturbed.
正常に戻ることを希望する心と、それは無理だと諦める心のせめぎ合い。人間って結局そういう部分で生きてるでしょ。
Yeah, I see that. So to go back to normal, I suppose, is to go back to the life she's been living in 3 years. 3 years in the past. Yeah, giving up in the face of the impossible realization that it's as if you've jumped 3 years. Yeah, totally.
だからね、奇跡だってあってもいいわ。祈った？それより君はどうするつもり？やり直しができるなんて普通じゃ考えられないことになったわけだけど。はあ、君が何を悩んでどうして悩んでいるかを考えてごらんなさい。
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it is kind of as if Takayuki is getting a chance to redo his actions. It's just as if I know what it's like. It's as if you've put a save state somewhere, you make a mistake, you can just go back to the save state. Yeah.
このことをどう考えるかは君の自由だけど、君たちの私生活に私が口を挟むのも違うしね。怖い？
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh yeah, it's going to be totally different, yeah. Yeah. And Mitsuki as well. What about her? Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I do wonder if they're going to have a conversation that's totally filled with honesty. No fakery whatsoever. It's very hard to tell. Yeah. He should just be who he is, be honest, and make it so that Haruka can just offer his kindness and be the person that he is, really. Because, let's be honest, I mean, I get that obviously everything's happening to Hayase, and he's being really bad when it comes to Hayase, but I won't deny that he is doing all of this out of kindness to Haruka. But to Mitsuki, it's selfishness, if you ask me. But at the same time, I mean, it's understandable, but it is still selfish. Because I say that because he's just prioritising Haruka over everything else in his life, even their relationship.
彼女に会いたければいつでも構わないわ。そろそろ目を覚ますでしょ。
Interesting.
もう何も隠す必要はないわよ。
Yeah. God, that's going to be really interesting to see how everything's changed. And to see how everything's changed with Haruka. I really do wonder if Takayuki is going to... Maybe he's going to get really emotional, just say that after the 3 years, the Haruka who has... well, I've finally been able to see Haruka who realises.
それじゃあ私は行くけど。
Maybe he might get emotional at the fact that he can finally come clear and speak to Haruka like he should have been able to 2 weeks ago.
それじゃ。
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, what would she say? Her instinctive reaction would be to tell Haruka that they are in a relationship, I think. Yeah. 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 Exactly, it fucked everything up. Yeah. You had, but at the same time, if you told Haruka that Mitsuki was in a relationship with you, you would have destroyed everything. There's no question. Does Mitsuki still feel that they are in a relationship, I wonder? Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, that is fair. Yeah. Oh, exactly, yeah. Even so, she still continues to wear the ring. No, no way. And you shouldn't. You're a good person. Don't dirty yourself like that. Yeah, it would. Yeah. He's totally going to have to come clean. It's going to be very hard for him, but at the same time I think it's something he needs to experience. Yeah, agreed. You were doing what Shinji said, not running away, confronting it head on. Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Oh yeah, fair. Oh my god, no greeting from Haruka. Or maybe she is so depressed that she doesn't want to do a greeting. Oh my god. I'm just gonna have a break and then we will see what the fuck happens. Yeah. No, but I do see that. I mean, especially if there's something difficult to accept. I mean, you can either take the easy way out or you can take the difficult way out. The difficult way is accepting the reality you're in. The easy way is just continuing life as you perceive it. I mean, after all, this is all you've known. It would kind of be like lying to yourself in a way to, I suppose, to accept it. It kind of reminds me of religion in a way. Do you believe in a religion or do you fight? Well, not really fight, but do you take do you take a way out that involves believing in something, or do you make your own beliefs for yourself? But technically, believing in a religion is making your own beliefs, because you are making your own beliefs that is a way of explaining the world you live in. So, yeah, my argument's not the best. it's just really quite interesting to think about the fact that this level of honesty, it was never something that was expected. So as a result of that, he's kind of freezing when it's going to be a full-on conversation. Yeah. And it is interesting that he doesn't really know which type of person he was, just because of the fact that the person he is now, it's been influenced so heavily by Haruka that he kind of doesn't know what he is himself anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I fully see that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't agree. I don't think they'd had the chance. If they had the chance, it would have been a totally selfish desire, and you would have destroyed Haruka. You really would have. Especially if she didn't realise that time had progressed. Yeah, that is reasonable. I'm a bit suspicious about why there was no sound of acceptance or just no comment or no communication whatsoever when Takayuki had locked the door. Either Haruka is really, really reserved at the moment, not wanting to talk to anybody, or maybe she's just asleep and I'm looking into this too much. You're going to have to properly confront your fears too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would feel very, very haunted by that as well. Yeah. Yeah. god, here we go. Yeah, she's asleep. God, that just looks so weird if I'm going to be honest. It really does. I don't know. It just looks really weird because of the fact that you would have thought that if she's sleeping here, firstly, this bed cover, it just looks like she has an abnormally, it just looks too high for her body. And also, where the fuck are her eyes? That's why it looks so creepy. And obviously, it's a different way of seeing an image we're used to seeing, so of course it looks weird. Yeah, she's there. Yeah. Oh, okay. We see her mouth. Yeah, fully understandable. Oh god, that's embarrassing. Oh my god, here we go! Yeah. Just how much is everything going to change? That is the question. It really is. And I really do want... Oh my god, this is going to be so interesting. Yeah, fair enough. I never expected this to happen either. Yeah. 3 years later. Oh, it's awkward. Oh, I don't blame her. Yeah. You just need to be there for her. You really do. Yeah. God, and so has she. And it really feels like it is, but at the same time it isn't. That's the undeniable truth. And I just think it's so sweet that Haruka is really honestly interacting with Takayuki. And if I'm going to be honest, I feel it's very interesting. I can notice in just these first few things that have been said by her, she's very, very sweet, but she doesn't feel like she had that personality trait that she had before, where she had a more childish attitude that she had 3 years ago. That's gone, it feels like. God.
心した。高之くんは高之くんだったから。茜がすごく変わっちゃってて。
Oh my god, I know. Yeah. God, this must be painful. Just realising how much of... I mean, let's be honest, 3 years when you're... 3 years in any portion of your life is vital. And to miss it all and then to go... to wake up and just to see how everything's changed. And in her case, how her family have been just in total ruination. As a result of the fact that she wasn't there. I mean, seeing that must be horrible. Yeah.
3年。自分が寝てたなんて。
I can't either if I'm going to be honest.
だってあの日のこと昨日のことみたいに思い出せるんだもん。ねえ美月や平くん元気？美月どう？頑張ってる？
I really do wonder how he's going to answer this. When is the relationship going to come up? And this is the thing, I mean, let's be honest, these 3 years where obviously we can graduate after high school and then we can go to university, they're the most pivotal years of our life. And just seeing how everything has changed so suddenly. And can I just mention also having all of that snatched from you? This is just the beginning in terms of how much this is going to fuck her up. But maybe it won't be, I don't know. I just feel like that's going to be the case. I feel like she's going to be really, really disadvantaged. And it's going to be hard for her to live once she gets out of this. But let's be honest, Haruka is facing recovery like never before, which is very good. It's just been a total roller coaster with her, it really has been. And I just wonder if she's going to get better now. I really do.
どうしてあんなに頑張ってたのに。
Oh god. Oh, I really do wonder when she's going to come into the picture and the effect her injury has had on everybody. Oh my god, and he just does it instinctively. Damn! You've dug your grave. Just want to do something, by the way. Right, I just hate wearing these headphones, so, yeah, I just want an excuse not to use them. Anyway, this is going to be quite something. But he has, though, yeah, and I wonder what Haruka's going to think, yeah. Oh my god! Yeah, somebody's dug his own grave. And look at her, she looks really quite concerned. Yeah. Yeah, and he just does it instinctively, yeah. He's so used to it that he doesn't bat an eyelid. Yeah, I see that, yeah. Exactly, yeah. exactly. I totally agree. I mean, if anything, it determines the fate of your future. You're not going to be able to have a relationship with the person that you've loved and the person that you've done so much to get a relationship with. Just simply because of the fact that Mitsuki's there. Yeah.
そうだね。そう。
Oh, somebody's here.
こんにちは。
Oh my god, it's Akane. Oh, it's going to be so nice for her to be able to talk to Haruka without the need of putting up fronts. Nah, putting on headphones. Fuck's sake, man. God, this is going to be really quite something for Akane. It's so awkward.
私、先生呼んできます。
Oh, I don't think she can handle the stress. I don't blame her though.
何話していいかわからなくって。
Oh my god, I know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I just think it's so unfair because these are pivotal points of your growing up and your development, and yet at the same time, she's just been forced into the future, into 3 years later. She's not had a choice, and she's not had an opportunity to develop as a result of that. Yeah, it must be very awkward. Yeah. 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 Oh, I know. Yeah.
なんかね、呼び捨てにするのも悪い気がして。妹なのに変だよね。
I know, she's your little sister, and yet at the same time, it's as if they're in the same age period, really. Oh my god, I know, if I'm going to be honest, I feel like Takayuki has become a ridiculously strong person. I mean, just look at how he is interacting with Haruka here. But Akane, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, she has lived life to the most difficult point. I really wouldn't be surprised if she's going to look on her life again and maybe be like Hayase, because she is pushing herself so hard to do all of her swimming practice. I just don't know if that's healthy for her. And obviously all of this grief is making her life so hard too. Yeah, and that, I mean, she has become so much more negative and so much more depressed, and as if all of the happy energy from her has just totally left. I just feel like she's really scarred from this. But maybe there is still hope, you can never tell.
先生。
こんにちは。少しは落ち着いた？
Jesus Christ.
はい。
I need to turn the volume down.
そう、偉いわね。気分はなんともない？
はい。
Yeah, there's nothing that can be better. There really isn't.
まあ、彼、あんまり変わってないからね。
Yeah, he's always going to be the really, really nice guy that's there for her. I like that.
そう。会った瞬間、鈴宮さんが暴れてたらどうしようかと思ったけど。
それはないですよ。
It is really, really lucky that that didn't happen. Look at her expression. Looks so stupid. It just looks weird, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, I can see that. If it was the Haruka from 2 weeks ago, sure thing, she would have had a breakdown. I don't want to deny that whatsoever. Oh my god, I wonder when the news is going to be conveyed. As in, when the relationship related news is going to be conveyed.
うん。でも、あなたはまだ安静にしてなきゃいけないんだから、積もる話もあるでしょうけど、ほどほどにね。
Yeah, fair enough. Oh. God, I really do wonder what's going to happen with Akane and Haruka. I think Akane really needs time to get her feelings sorted. I mean, my fucking god, I can't imagine like having this happen to a relative, but then when they come back, it's just as if the person they are is a total mockery of themselves. This is the real Haruka, the real deal, the person that has survived and the person that has lived 3 years later. Not the person that is stuck in as the Haruka 3 years ago. This is the best thing that could have possibly happened. And to process that, it must be so hard. Yeah. I mean, she was still awake beforehand, but at the same time, I mean, this is the actual Haruka, not the one that is stuck 3 years ago. Yeah. Oh, I know, yeah, if I was Takayuki, I would be feeling relief. So much relief that I could barely contain myself. Yeah, I know, because if I'm going to be honest, I mean, it's very, very good what's happened to Haruka, but at the same time, there are still so many things that could go wrong. I mean, my god, could you imagine if after this, Takayuki makes a really bad mistake that makes it so that Haruka loses respect for him, or, I don't know, just something that totally ruins everything. Mitsuki being in a relationship with Takayuki could have the potential to cause a lot of damage to everything, but at the same time, I mean, Haruka is... No, I think I'm being a bit ridiculous. I think she needs to accept that 3 years have gone by, things change. But will she be able to accept it? Who knows? Yeah. So I'm surprised that we're not seeing... Ah, yes, again, a work scene. I've missed his work. I enjoy seeing just stupid things going on. Oh, that's nice. So we get lots of serious story and then we get a fuck around in the workplace. I am not saying no to seeing, for the last scene of the day, his part-time job. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like rather than happiness and feeling ecstatic, it's just relief. Stress as well, let's mention. Here we go, let's see. Oh god, let's see Daikuji get totally pissed off at Takayuki just because of the fact that he hasn't been coming to work for years.
おはようございます。病み上がりですみません。
Also, can I just mention the manager has a walkie-talkie now? What? Isn't there a choice where the manager is there? He's always had the walkie-talkie. I'm not even joking. I've never noticed that before. Like, I'm being serious. How the fuck have I never noticed that? What? No, it can't be because of that. No. That's so... Oh my god. I don't know how that's happened. Well, it's not his fault. Because people have a life outside of work, and Daikuji needs to remember that.
とっくの昔に地球上から消滅したのかと思ってたのに、案外しぶといわね。
Oh god, and she's being a bitch again. Oh well, classic Daikuji. Daikuji be a decent human being challenge. Impossible.
それじゃあ早速ですがよろしくお願いします。
Oh god. Well, I mean, okay, people have taken time off, but at the same time, I mean, surely it's his fault to a certain extent for approving their requests to take time off. I hope Mayu's here as well. Jesus Christ. So 4 people missing. Wow.
まったくだ。あんた脳神経と口の神経直結？全部聞こえてるわよ。
Oh my god, just a little flashback to the stupid scenes where Takayuki is perving on Akane, Haruka and Hayase when they go to the swimming pool. And he's analysing their bodies by using vehicle-related terms. It is the most fucking cringe scene I think I've ever seen. But my point is, it reminds me of that and any of the other car analogies. As a matter of fact.
それより、まゆまゆが一人で頑張ってんだから、早く仕事しなさいよ。
Why don't you do it?
ああ、私はあんたがいない間に腐るほど働いたから免除に決まってるじゃ
Why
な
are
い。
you here? You're still being paid to be here, surely?
ほら、サボんなや。働け。
Yeah, normal life is returning now that Haruka's condition is getting better.
あ、
That was not what I was expecting.
あいほうはよ。
Did she just say nani suru no yo? Or something like that? Nani o suru no yo? Is that what it said? Ani hun ho yo. Ani hun ho yo? Oh well. Fwagle blah. I have no idea what she's saying.
高雪さん、おはようございます。
Oh, Mayu's seen us. Obviously seen us pissing off Daikuji. Yeah, Daikuji must have had to have worked very hard because of them being short-staffed as a result of Takayuki not being there. I can see why she wouldn't want to work today.
あたたたた。もうお体は大丈夫なんですか？
Well, Daikuji's actually alright to Mayu.
Ah, なんですと？それほどでもありませんよ。あんですと？
Oh my god, the differences in how they treat each other, how she treats Ayu, sorry, oh my god, how Mayu, oh my fucking god, how, I don't know why, I just can't concentrate with these fucking headphones on. How Daikuji treats Takayuki compared to Tamano is hilarious. And they're just, and they're stop. Yep, fair enough.
はい。うがー！お前なんて猫のうんこ踏め！
Growl. Okay, now she's an animal. Let's go. It's such a disgusting and detestable phrase. And how shocked Mayu looks as well, that's funny. How the fuck is that a good omen? Oh, right. That was not what I was expecting. Yeah, that's reasonable, yeah. I feel like that sometimes whenever I've not had a shift. But if I'm going to be honest, I feel like for the first hour it's difficult, but then you slowly get used to it. And by the end of it, when you have to close down the kitchen, it's fine, really. So, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I'm really lucky that I decided to work a part-time job as well as school, because I think I can just relate to all of this so much more.
あら、こんにちは。いいえ、別に。
Oh. Maybe it's just because of the fact that she's quite stressed about everything that's been going on over the last few days.
それじゃ。
Short-lived conversation. God damn. That was really not what I was expecting. I wonder what she's going to say. Oh. If I'm going to be honest, I normally would have said that's fucking rude, but given everything that Akane's going through, I can't blame her for anything whatsoever. Must be very, very difficult for her. And the fact that she doesn't want to talk to somebody like Takayuki, it's fine. Let her do what she wants, seriously. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, ask, of course.
別に。
Good. It's just surprising that everybody felt like... It just felt like with everybody something odd was happening. I mean, I have never ever seen Takayuki have such a short conversation with Kozuki before, for example.
なんでもないよ。来てくれてありがとう。
It is, but at the same time I do wonder what it could be. Maybe a potential row with her and Akane? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
そういうのはまだ。
Yeah, oh, that's so good of Takayuki. If I'm going to be honest, I really feel like he's he's just being so much better than he was the first time around. But at the same time, I suppose that makes sense considering that he's already experienced this once before. He knows how to be the best person he can to Haruka. I mean, even if they're not lovers, just the best friend he can possibly be.
そういえば高之くん今はアルバイトしてるんだって。泊寮代行かなかったんだね。
Oh, that must hurt. It doesn't matter if you're cut out for something, you could have so developed it. But obviously, how much everything with Haruka had shook him totally took away his life opportunities, really. He's tried his hardest to, but I think she's going to imply it sooner or later.
3年って長いよね。
Agreed.
昨日ね考えてたの。当たり前のように感じてたけど、どうして高之くんがここにいるのかなって。3年経ってるんだよ。学校も卒業していろんなことがあって何もかも変わったはずなのに。いてもおかしくないよね。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。一人で考えたいことがあるの。
Yeah, fair enough.
ごめんなさい。
Don't apologise, man. It's not your fault at all. And isn't it interesting? Haruka has no idea about the level of dedication and just how much her accident has changed Takayuki. But at the same time, this is how you can properly tell Takayuki is somebody who is so commendable, if I'm going to be honest. He does all of this, he doesn't seek any reward for it, no reward, no praise, no nothing. Apart from her being happy, that's all he wants. And obviously himself being happy after all, this is what he does just for simple emotion, happiness.
ごめんなさい。そんなつもりで言ったんじゃないの。
God, she sounds really scared. Yeah, she properly sounded it as well. That was a short visit. Yeah. Does she know about... Oh, the awkwardness is from Mitsuki. That's it. Interesting. To her family, can I just mention? That, oh yeah, that's reasonable. Well, I mean, she wouldn't be acting like this, but at the same time, I mean, there's an elephant in the room if she was blind, i.e. my sight is entirely gone and I can't see a thing. That would be a far bigger of a worry, and obviously... Oh my god, being blinded. Fucking hell. That would be so awful. I mean, your life would just constantly be closed eyes. Fucking hell, that must be so... I feel so sorry for people who are blind. Especially if you've had an accident that has made you blind. It would be very hard to maintain sanity. You'd have to be a fucking strong person to maintain sanity at something like that. You really would. Oh yeah. Shinji is... Actually, I don't know what Takayuki looked like all these years ago compared to now, but Shinji's changed very little, I think. Hayase's obviously changed an absolute ton. Yeah. Shinji looks really quite similar though, I think, but Hayase, obviously, she's really changed. Yeah, reasonable. Totally. Yeah. And I think her... no. I think if anything she was able to accept Mitsuki, Takayuki calling Mitsuki by her first name, just simply because of the fact that it's 3 years, so many things have changed in ways that she would have never expected, i.e. that. Yeah. If I'm going to be honest, sure it does, but at the same time, there is no worry about how her mental state will be affected when she learns the truth. If anything, I think this is better for her, knowing the truth. It's better for her health, but at the same time, it's worse for her mood. She was probably happier when she was blind to everything. But at least it's reality, at least it's real, and it's not fake like it was before. That's why you need to be there for her. Oh, I know, yeah, just so suddenly treating your sister in such a different way as well, yeah. Yeah. Interesting. God, that's awful. I hope so. Yeah. When is he going to make the confession of the relationship? Yeah. I really wouldn't be surprised if physical therapy is needed just because of how long she has been sitting and sleeping. She needs to utilize her muscles again. She needs to learn how to do it. Or at least that's what I'd assume. Oh god. That's unusual. Yeah. True. I think I'm going to save this for tomorrow. I don't really feel like reading anymore today. Anyway, some very interesting stuff we covered today, and my god, that was morbid. Just seeing Haruka's progression, and if anything, seeing, especially with Haruka and Akane, just seeing such distant relationships. But it totally makes sense considering the fact that she has, well, she's just been forced to go into the future 3 years. Everything must be so different. Everything has accelerated so much, and it just feels wrong for her. It really must. And then obviously we've got everything with Mitsuki, and that's going to complicate things a lot. But anyway, fucking hell, this story is becoming more and more interesting as we read. It really is, and I'm very excited to see just what is going to happen in the end. Also, can I mention that it's the 22nd of August today, and we're reading the 19th of August in the story. I do wonder if there's ever going to be a time where we read the same day on the story as the same day in real life. So, like, for example, it's the 27th of August and we read the 27th of August in the story. That would be so funny if that happened. God. Really quite eventful today, and I enjoyed it, to be honest. It's going to be really interesting to see how Haruka's going to progress. She's either going to accept it and it's going to be really easy, or she's going to totally reject it. I don't know. What's going to happen with Takayuki and Hayase, and also Takayuki and Haruka? And their relationship as well. Is anything going to happen with that or not? Who knows? I mean, if anything, will Haruka even have feelings for Takayuki? Well, even if she does. Can they really be reciprocated because of the fact that Takayuki's in a relationship with Mitsuki? But at the same time, we are doing Haruka's route, so I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. Anyway, see you guys later. God, this story is getting so exciting.